Hi everyone, my name is Father Sam Kachupa and welcome to Faith Friday. I decided to put the series on the Our Father just on hold for this week because I want to address something that's important. It's Sunday afternoon right now and I've just finished preaching at all the masses at my parish, and in preaching at all the masses at the parish I've been speaking about the issue of clerical sexual abuse and how bishops so often fail to protect people, how often they failed in their responsibility to remove those who were abusing people. I'm exhausted, and I'm a little bit angry. You know, as the day's gone on, and I've been repeating these same words from my homily again and again, I'm angry. I'm angry at the people who did this, and I'm angry at the bishops who let it happen. And I'm angry that we live in a world that this kind of thing takes place in. And I'm exhausted by it. I didn't sign up for this. This isn't what the church is about. This isn't what the priesthood is about. And this most certainly isn't what being a man or being a human being is about. So I'm angry at people who betray their vocation so terribly. I'm angry that these things have happened. And I'm angry that there are just people who are so awful, evil, that they would do this. And at the same time, I'm so grateful to the people in my parish. Because all day long, I've had people saying, "Thank you for addressing it, Father. We're going to get through this." And the people in my parish have been ministering to me and helping me through a challenging day. At the end of all of this, what I come to realize is that the crisis and the scandal of clerical sexual abuse, the scandal of the inaction of those in the hierarchy who failed to do anything, the scandal of the sins of priests, bishops, cardinals, whoever. Those scandals have a big picture answer. And they have to be solved in a big way, at a high level. But I'm a little guy. And so I don't know exactly what the answer to all of those is, but I do know what the answer needs to be in my own life. And I do know what the Lord has been trying to get through to me for a long time, and I haven't been paying attention. And I know what the Lord is making absolutely clear to me right now, what He is telling me right now, what He is making abundantly clear, and there is no mistaking this, is that the time of mediocrity has got to end, and now is the time to be saints. Now is the time for me to really work on holiness and to really strive to be a saint. And so I want to say that to you also. Now is the time for you who are watching these videos to become saints. We've tried to do things in an okay way for a long time as a church and as priests. And I've been guilty of that myself. I've been guilty of just trying to get along. I've been guilty of not paying attention to my prayer life, of neglecting the time that I spend really reflecting on the scriptures, really praying, really being in the presence of the Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. I've neglected so many different good and healthy and holy spiritual disciplines. There's no time for that anymore. And the Lord has been pushing me in this direction. He's making it abundantly clear to me this week. In light of all of this stuff, I need to be a saint. So do you. This is what the church calls us to. This is what Vatican II called us to in Lumen Gentium. The universal call to holiness. You are called to be a saint, and so am I. But how do we become saints? We become saints not alone and not isolated, which is what the devil always wants to do. He always wants to divide us. He always wants to isolate us. But we become saints by being united. Today, in the midst of my own anger and frustration as I've had to preach about this horrible subject, I've been reminded that I'm not in this by myself. And I've been reminded of that by the laity in my parish and by my wonderful parishioners who have held me up and have supported me. I'm not perfect. Neither are you. But in our imperfection, I pray that God will work something great. I pray that God will draw us to great holiness and will transform our lives. I'm sorry for these scandals, but I have hope. Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever, the one who will come to judge the living and the dead. He has the final victory. So let's go with Him. God bless you.